Morning, everybody. Rain has let up on us. I've got one more tarp here, just a good 5x7 tarp with a 3, 6, 8 tie outs on it, so you can make it into various size shelters. Getting ready to treat it, and I'm gonna make up my little solution here. I've got I did a video on this before, and then I made a tarp for one of my brothers, Ronald Shaw, and it just didn't turn out right. It didn't maintain its waterproofing. So I've got a little bit more in here than what I've been using. Just gonna mix this up real good. Make sure all of the silicone is dissolved into the mineral spirits. We'll let that go for a minute and see how it turns out. To get my tarp out of the way here. Alright. We'll let that sit for a minute and let the foam dispense and make sure it looks pretty. Alright. Y'all notice I'm not wearing gloves because my hands are only going to be in this for just a second, and then I'm going straight in the house. So let me get this set up here so I can get everything in frame, just about anyway. Alrighty, we're gonna start right about right here. And if it touches the dirt right this minute, it don't really matter because it don't have any of the solution on it. What I'm gonna do is get my 2 ends, and I'm gonna start with the opposite end here. Just start pushing it down in there in my little bucket full of gook. I've got my 2 pieces that are going to go out to my tile points here, and I am just going to work this through, just making sure that everything gets some solution on it, and just squeeze it in through there. I want to make sure it's really just soaked in, because I don't want any issues with a brother being out there and not having a waterproof covering, Alright. I can tell this is a thicker solution, so it ought to be soaking in there and doing its job. And we're going to start here. I'm going to pull this up as carefully as I can. But if I get a little bit of dirt on it, I don't care, but I don't want a lot of dirt on it. We'll start with it right there. I'll quickly grab the other piece and hold it as high as I can. till I get it up, and then I can take it down. Yeah. All right. Now, don't think that'll go anywhere. I'm still going to get it a little bit more over and let it continue to drip. Put my mixing bucket to the side here. I've got another tarp to do later today. If the weather holds out, I'm actually going to be treating my tiger stripe tarp, but that's going to take a good bit more solution because it's about 3 times the size of these 5x7s. Just got so much more area to it. But I'm gonna let that drip dry and do its thing, and go in the house, take care of some stuff, organizing some of my camping gear and stuff. But just figured I'd show you all that. I mean, you can see it's saturated. It is steady dripping, and hopefully I got enough solution in there. It won't take it but about an hour, 2 hours to actually dry, especially letting it, you know, move around like that. But I'll come out here and check on it in about an hour and see how it's doing. You can already see some of the areas like this where it looks like the solution's already drying on it. As it runs down, kind of evens itself out a little bit. But you can see how thin that tarp is. I mean, it weighs nothing. And that 5x7 tarp, after it's treated, I can pack it down to where it's just about the same size as a pack of cigarettes. I mean, it takes up no room. It's not as heavy duty as some of the other tarps, but you know, it's made from a 1 ounce nylon. It ain't meant to be heavy duty. It's just meant to keep the rain off of you. And you know, mine, when I got, does the job pretty good. I'll after I get done with the treatment, I have to pull all these tabs back open. Sometimes they'll kind of stick together just a little bit while it's drying, but that ain't no biggie. And I'll have to come out here and go along the bottom of it and wipe some of the excess off here in just a bit. But I'm gonna let that hang, y'all, and then we'll come back and we'll water test it. I'll do a video on water testing it again before I actually take this and mail it tomorrow. I got the this is the one from I can't remember which one. Musgrave, I believe it is. I got Jason Johns is in there. This one's for I can't remember your first name right now, brother, but it's for Musgrave, up North Carolina. And then I've got Andrew's stuff in there packed up, ready to be shipped off. Just trying to get it all done at one time, you know, so I can get one trip to the post office and get it knocked out the way. So, appreciate everybody watching. Just want to do this real quick, videotape this little process again. Main reason just so I can go back and watch it later and see if I'm missing anything, or see if anything's different from the other one for why it wouldn't be waterproof. But there you go, y'all.